Tonight on the news, Soludo commends Dunamis International Gospel Center for her mode of evangelism. ATMA sensitized road users on safety measures. Nigeria to deepen diplomatic ties with South Korea. And on the forest in Canada's new PM, Carney set to negotiate renewed trade accord with US. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers: 5111 and 080-0220-0008. Good evening and thanks for joining us. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo was part of the crusade organized by Dunamis International Gospel Center in Awka. Speaking at the event, Governor Soludo commended them for the orderly manner they embark on the open-air evangelism, appreciating the pastor and the congregation for the work, prayers, and miracles being administered through their instrumentality. Ejike Abana filed the report.
The governor recalled his crusade against insecurity, tackling the problem from the foundation to cleanse the state, saying that all the evil native doctors and the likes are now on the run because light and darkness cannot exist together. Governor Soludo emphasized that evil must give way for good to be enthroned in Anambra and solicited for prayers for the state, expressing the optimism that the foundation currently being laid will be permanent. He called for partnership with the church in equipping the youths with more trainings and skills embedded in values to make them more productive for themselves and society, asking the congregation to be the change they want to see as the body of Christ is one.
We are ready as a government in building a society that our great-great-great-grandchildren will live in peace and prosperity. The church has a place in it all.
In response, Pastor Paul Enenche expressed readiness to partner the state in equipping the youths and empower them financially.
We are ready to extend it down here and partner with the state. We are ready to get that done in Anambra State and trust God to empower people financially and to go correctly.
Prayer for the governor and the 21 local government areas of the state featured during the event.
Officials of the Anambra State Road Traffic Management Agency, ATMA, have embarked on the road show to sensitize road users, especially motorists, on the need to always obey traffic lights, load and offload passengers at park and bus stop, paint Anambra colors of yellow and black for commercial buses, make use of pedestrian bridges, and urge traders to avoid selling goods on roads. Joseph Ebocha has details.
The sensitization program, which commenced in Awka, took ATMA officials to Ifite-Awka, Eke-Awka, Aroma Junction, Okuzu Junction, Nkwo-Okuzu, Oya-Agua-Bagana Junction, Mpo, Opi-Uweka, Ochanja, Head Bridge, among other places. Addressing journalists after the exercise, the managing director of ATMA, Engineer Meko Okonkwo, explained that the measure is in the interest of road users in the state, adding that enforcement will start on the first day of April, calling for full compliance.
Moving forward, we will have ATMA agents, ATMA officers that will be on all these pedestrians to direct people to use those pedestrian bridges, and those that refuse to adhere to that will be arrested.
An undergraduate selling foodstuff at the gate of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Miss Nancy Onyeloha, agreed that it is risky trading on the road, but said they are having difficulty securing a place at the new park around.
They say we should go away, that we are not supposed to be there. So up to today, we are still trying to manage it, and also we are also begging. If there's any other place for us to give us, if there's any place for you guys to give us, and we pay, we really appreciate it.
In Awka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
Despite the reduction of pump price of petrol to 890 naira per litre by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, independent petroleum marketers are selling the products between 950 naira and 990 naira per litre. Abuchi Nwozo filed the report taken from our studios.
Speaking to the ABS on the reasons why there is great disparity in the pump price of petrol between NNPC mega stations and independent petroleum marketers stations, a patron of the independent petroleum marketers in Oka Zone, Chief Joseph Nwakbadolu, said that the NNPC Limited cannot regulate the pump price of petroleum products for the independent marketers, as according to him, marketers are selling the product how they purchase the product, including overhead costs.
Ahịa na-akọntrol onwe ya nkwuru si mee ndị mmadụ allow ka ebubataba fuel na ọ bụrụ na ndị mmadụ na-ebubata fuel competition na-adị anyị ewere mara ma enwere ihe bụ subsidies before.
Another independent petroleum marketer at Anambra, Chief Vincent Okechukwu, who regretted the disparity, maintained that NNPC only sell the product at 890 naira per litre to her mega stations only, while independent marketers purchase at high cost. Reason he said the product is being sold between 950 naira per litre and 980 naira per litre, and called for the issuance of more licenses to individuals to build modular refineries to check monopoly. A transporter, Mr. Uchechi Okazim, who regretted the hardships they are passing through in buying petrol, called on the government to seek ways of harmonizing the prices to reduce sufferings of the people.
People need fuel actually align with the government equal. On a so we make go for the one matter in a go now. I second fuel adago government as going to fuel adago. Manayaka Freya. Ayaka Freya based on even a fuel.
Chief Charles Okafor has emerged as a new President General of Oboko Community. The election, which saw his victory, was organized by the interim President General of Oboko Community, led by Honorable Chimezo Sigwe and conducted by Honorable Linus Ezewama Electoral Committee, was held at Oboko Secretariat, Owerri Road, under the full glare of security operatives. Odinaka Nwolisa filed the report.
Addressing the newly elected officers, the acting mayor of Obaru local government area, Honorable Kenneth Akwobi, expressed happiness for the peaceful conduct of the election, emphasizing the need for peaceful coexistence and unity among inhabitants of the area. Chief Akwobi charged the elected officers to carry everybody along in the administration, reminding the community members of the need to work assiduously for the re-election of Governor Soludo's second tenure in the 2025 governorship election, in view of tremendous work he is doing in Oboko. Speaking at the event, the interim President General, Chief Chimezie Osigwe, described the election as a dream come true, charging the new executives to work towards the development of the area and Governor Soludo's re-election. Among the elected officers were Chief Charles Okafor, President General, Mr. Ugochukwu Eze Echeteka, Secretary. Others include Honorable Kinsley Udensi, Treasury, Longinus Iheme, PRO, Mr. G. Ban Unogo, Vice President, Mr. Ikedema, Financial Secretary, and Honorable Isaac Osigwe, Provost, among others. Others who spoke, including the DPO in charge of Oboko, Mr. Owa Ewelo, CSP, thanked the organizers for the free and fair election.
That Oboko have experienced the most peaceful election.
So,
in Oboko, Odinaka Wolisa reporting.
Oka community stood still for a living legend, Chief Michael Nwankwo. Nwankwo Nwufo, popularly called Ozo Enyikwanwa, who celebrated his 95th birthday amidst pomp of celebration. The birthday celebration kicked off with a Thanksgiving service at St. Faith's Cathedral, Oka, where the celebrants, his 13 children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, as well as relations, friends, and well-wishers, converged to thank God for the gifts of longevity. Ngozi Obiliri was there for ABS.
In a sermon at the service attended by the wife of the Archbishop of the Niger Province and Bishop of Oka Diocese, Mrs. Martha Ibezim, Reverend Udo Chukwokeke, whose topic centered on the ploys of Satan, urged Christians not to allow the devil to win them in any battle. After the service, the home of the celebrant witnessed influx of well-wishers who trooped out in their numbers to pay homage and tap from the blessings of longevity from the celebrant. The first son of the celebrant, Barrister Kingsley Nwofo, his first daughter, Mrs. Uju Obu, another of his son, and an Ozo Oka member, Chief Igwedimma Nwofo, his first granddaughter, Dr. Chioma Ajato, appreciated God for blessing their father with long life and good health.
We are grateful to God for giving him this privilege. So it's something that is worth celebrating.
A very hard-working man. The celebrant, Chief Nwofo, who is an academic doctor, thanked his children and all who came to honor him, praying for long life upon all. In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, Nigeria to deepen diplomatic ties with South Korea. Canadian new Prime Minister Carney said to negotiate renewed trade accord with U.S. Stay with us, the news continues shortly.
Hi. You don't know when you have bacteria breath, and bacteria may be the cause of it. Don't let bacteria breath get all the attention. Use Close-Up with antibacterial zinc. Close-Up helps get rid of bacteria breath.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. As Nigeria and the Republic of Korea mark 45 years of diplomatic relations, the ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Nigeria, Kim Pang-yoon, has said South Korea is committed to further strengthening ties with Nigeria. Briefing reporters in Abuja, Kim also said that since his arrival in Nigeria a year ago, the relationship between the two countries has grown significantly. He further said that one of the most notable milestones was the first ever Korea-African Summit, which was held in June 2024. Kim added that both countries were working closely to conclude key agreements as soon as possible, particularly the double taxation avoidance agreements and trade and investment promotion agreements, which will mark a new chapter in the economic relations between the two nations. The envoy, however, said that to further expand Korea's business operation in Nigeria, a favorable business environment was essential. On the foreign scene, the newly elected Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney will be sworn in on Friday morning along with his cabinet. The former central banker has promised a seamless and quick transition as he took over from Justin Trudeau, who announced his resignation in January after nearly 10 years in power. The 59-year-old Carney, a political novice, on Sunday was overwhelmingly elected new leader of the Liberal Party, winning 86% of more than 150,000 votes cast. His jump into politics after formerly heading the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England comes at a time of trade tension with the United States. In his victory speech to reporters or supporters, Carney said he was ready to sit down with U.S. President Donald Trump to negotiate a renewed trade accord in a bid to avoid further economic tussle. In sport, former president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Mavin Pinnick, has lost his seat on the FIFA Council after falling short by just one vote during the election held at the 14th Extraordinary General Assembly of the Confederation of the African Football in Cairo, Egypt. Pinnick, who was seeking re-election to the 37th member FIFA Council, garnered 28 votes, narrowly missing the threshold achieved by Suleiman Wabari of Djibouti, who secured the fifth and final spot with 29 votes. The closely contested election saw Morocco's Farouk Yaja emerging as a clear front-runner with 49 votes, whilst Egypt's Hani Abdul Rada and Niger Republic's Jabrila Hamadu ties the second place with 35 votes each. Mauritania's Ahmed Yahaya and Djibouti's Wabiri completed the list of successful candidates with 29 votes each. The newly elected members will serve on the FIFA Council, which is responsible for setting the vision for global football development and taking decisions on key aspects of the international games. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On X at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Soludo has commended Dunamis International Gospel Center for her mode of evangelism. ATMA has sensitized road users on safety measures. Nigeria is to deepen diplomatic ties with South Korea. And on the foreign scene, we told you Canada's new PM, Carney, is set to negotiate renewed trade accord with US. To end the news, let's take this special message again. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 080-0220-0008. Thanks for staying with us. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.